You slept 8 hours, maybe 9. You woke up and you were already tired. Not sleepy, tired. A heaviness that coffee doesn't touch, that the weekend doesn't fix, that a vacation lifts for a few days before it comes back exactly the same. And the confusing part is that, on paper, it makes no sense. You sleep enough, you're not sick, your blood work comes back fine, and yet there's a part of you that feels exhausted in a way rest never seems to reach. If this sounds like you, your tiredness probably isn't a sleep problem. It's something else. And today, I'm not just going to explain what it is. I'm going to give you something concrete you can do about each of the 4 causes. The first thing to separate are 2 things that get confused constantly: physical tiredness and psychological exhaustion. Physical tiredness is fixed by sleeping. Psychological exhaustion isn't, because it doesn't come from your body running out of energy, but from your mind spending too long running in a state that burns resources without you noticing. It's an invisible cost. You're not running a marathon. You're sitting still, calm on the outside, while inside your system has been running for hours, days, or years, at a level of demand that never fully switches off. There are 4 reasons this happens, and for each one, something concrete you can do. And let me warn you about one already. The first 3 solutions you've probably heard in some form. The 4th one, you haven't. The 4th goes directly against what almost everyone tells you to do when you're exhausted. And for a lot of people, it's the one that actually changes things. Stick around, because that one you won't see coming. The first is low-level hypervigilance. There are people whose nervous system never quite powers down. They're not in panic, but they're never fully at rest either. A part of them stays alert, monitoring, anticipating, in the background all the time. And this drains you, because staying alert burns energy. Your brain is the organ that consumes the most energy in your body. And keeping it in constant vigilance is like leaving a car engine running all day without going anywhere. You don't move, but the tank empties just the same. The hard part is that people who live like this often don't even know they're doing it. For them, that level of alertness is simply what being awake feels like. What you can do: teach your nervous system once a day that it's safe to power down. You don't need to meditate for half an hour. Something as simple as this is enough. Sit down and make your exhale longer than your inhale. Breathe in for 4 seconds, out for 6 or 8. Do it for 1 minute. A long exhale is one of the few direct signals you can send your body to tell it, for now, there's no threat. It won't switch it off completely, but it teaches your system that the button exists. The second reason is invisible cognitive load. There's a kind of mental work nobody sees, not even you. The remembering, the planning, the anticipating what could go wrong, keeping track of tasks, of other people's moods, of what you said and how it might have sounded. Every open task in your head takes up space that doesn't free up until it's closed. And for a lot of people, those mental tabs never close. They pile up. It's like trying to run with 50 tabs open in the browser of your mind. Each one uses a little, and together they slow the whole system down. What you can do: empty the tabs somewhere outside your head. Once a day, grab paper or your phone and write down absolutely everything your mind is trying to hold. Tasks, worries, reminders. Not to do it all, but to get it out. Your mind keeps things open because it's afraid of forgetting them. When it sees them written down in a place it trusts, it stops spending energy holding them. It's called a cognitive offload, and for a lot of people, it's the difference between a mind that hums and a mind that rests. The third reason is emotional suppression. Holding in what you feel costs energy, much more than it seems. When you feel something, frustration, sadness, anger, and you decide not to show it, to carry on as if nothing happened, your body doesn't skip that emotion. It's still there, activated, and you're spending resources holding it in. It's a double effort, feeling, and at the same time containing what you feel. Someone who's been doing this for years develops a very particular kind of exhaustion because they don't rest even when they're alone. The habit of holding in keeps running even when there's no one in front of them anymore.
What you can do: give yourself a small, private space where you don't have to hold anything in. It doesn't have to be in front of anyone. It can be 5 minutes at the end of the day where, out loud or in writing, you name what you felt without filtering or justifying it. Today, I felt frustrated about this. That scared me. Naming an emotion without acting on it or repressing it lowers its charge. There's research showing that simply putting a name to what you feel reduces its intensity. It's not weakness. It's stopping the energy drain of a door you've been holding shut for years. And we reached the fourth reason, the one I told you wouldn't see coming: disconnection from meaning. There's a tiredness that doesn't come from doing too much, but from doing a lot that means nothing to you. You can sleep perfectly and wake up exhausted if your days are full of things you do out of obligation, out of inertia, out of not letting anyone down, but empty of anything that feels like yours. The human mind isn't built just to function. It's built to function toward something. And when that something disappears, a kind of exhaustion appears that no amount of sleep resolves. Because it's not your body that's tired. It's the part of you that needs things to matter. And here's what you didn't see coming. When you're exhausted, everyone tells you the same thing: rest, do less, stop, take things off your plate. And for the first 3 causes, that makes sense. But for this fourth one, the advice is the exact opposite. What you can do, instead of removing, add. But add just one thing, something you do because you want to, not because you have to. It sounds absurd. You're exhausted and I'm telling you to do more? Yes, because this particular tiredness doesn't come from too much activity. It comes from an emptiness of meaning. And emptiness isn't filled by resting. It's filled by something you care about. Set aside a small amount of time each day, 10 minutes counts, for something that's yours. Reading, walking with no destination, making something, playing something. You'll notice something strange. You finish that time with more energy than when you started, because it wasn't rest you were missing, it was meaning. And meaning, unlike sleep, recharges by being used. Here's what I want you to take from all of this. If you're always tired no matter how much you sleep, maybe the problem was never sleep. Maybe your body is resting fine, and what's exhausted is something else. A nervous system that won't switch off, a mind with too many tabs open, a habit of holding in what you feel, or a life that lost its why. None of these are fixed by sleeping more, but they're all signals, not defects. And none of them ask you to change everything at once. They ask you for a longer exhale, a list that empties your head, 5 minutes to feel without holding back, and a little time each day that's yours. 4 small things. None of them fixes your life in a day, but together they start to give you back something sleep alone never could: real rest. If any of this resonated, tell me in the comments which of the 4 habits you're going to try first. And hold on to one thing, because it connects to the video you should watch next. Look at the pattern in the people who get most drained like this. Almost always, they're the ones who carry everything, who are there for everyone, who never ask for anything back. There's a kind of person who gets exhausted precisely because they feel that asking for help, or even just needing something, is an imposition on others, that they're a burden. And that feeling has its own psychology, its own reasons, and its own solutions. If you recognized yourself in this video, the one next to it is probably about you too. See you there. One last thing, and it matters. These habits can help with everyday tiredness. But if you've been feeling exhausted for a long time in a way that doesn't lift, that drains the desire out of almost everything, or that goes beyond what a video can address, that's not something you have to handle alone.
Talking to a mental health professional isn't a sign that something's broken in you. It's the most sensible way to take care of yourself when the weight is bigger than a change of habits can reach. You deserve to feel better, and you deserve real help getting there.